Hello. I'm out doing something that I've never done before. We are trying something new and I brought Bernard with me. We are going wild camping. It took a little while to find a spot that we were happy with. We didn't have too many requirements for the place we were going to stay, but we wanted it to be close to a lake, and of course, it had to be reasonably flat. But even with those few requirements, it took a while. So now that we're finally getting the tent up, it's already past 7 o'clock and we are getting hungry. But we have to get the sleeping arrangements in order first. Now that everything is set up, it's time to get cooking. And we found a nice big rock next to the lake to do the cooking on. There's nothing too fancy on the menu tonight, but we are hungry and it should be good anyway. Right now I'm just preparing some mashed potatoes and Bernard is frying some sausages. So that's today's dinner. It's quick and easy, but quite enjoyable when you can eat it in surroundings like these. We had brought dessert, but none of us really wanted any, so we decided to go for a hot drink instead. So with filtering water from the lake, we made hot chocolate and coffee. Hello, I'm out trying some wild camping for a change. I brought Bernard with me, and this is actually the first time we do anything like this. So we haven't gone very far. We're about an hour and a half's walk from home, and we put up the tent and we had some food, and now we're just gonna take it easy here by this lake. I think this is probably a good place to start, because if for some reason we shouldn't like it, or it should be too cold, or we've forgotten anything, or it's good to be relatively close to home. We could actually walk back home even in the middle of the night. It wouldn't be a big problem. But I don't think that's gonna happen. It should be fine. There's no rain forecast, or it's not gonna be too cold, I think. It's probably gonna drop below 10, but not much more than that. So but I can show you a bit of the area that we are camping at. We are right by this quite small lake. You can see our tent over there on the other side. It's probably not more than 60-70 meters across this little lake. And here's Bernard coming as well. Try to find some dry wood, some dry branches or something that could make a fire, make a bonfire. Why not? Since we're outside doing the wild camping thing for the first time, we might as well try out, see if we can try out making a bonfire as well. I'm not sure how successful it will be, but we'll see. We found something that seems to be somewhat dry, but it's all a bit damp. We're gonna give it a go. We found anything? Let me see. Excellent.
Tror du funkar?
Ja. Goed som mål. Ta lite mer av det. Nej. Is this going to work at all? There's more smoke than fire, it seems.
Hur går det?
That didn't work too well. I burned for about a minute and then decided not to. It's just too damp, everything, but it's been no wonder because it has been raining for about a month now. So I guess everything is soaked through. But we're not giving up quite yet. I was thinking picking that dry grass might do the trick. So we're going to try again. It's a new setup with the, so let's see if this is going to work. Oh, the grass, the straw is definitely burning. If we can make the rest catch fire. I think it's about 9 o'clock and the sun has just gone down, or it's about to go down. It's not quite dark yet, but it's quite nice and it's quiet. Bernard has already gone into the tent, probably finding something interesting on YouTube or TikTok or something similar. I'm just sitting watching the sunset a little bit longer. Oh, there he is. You getting back up? Yeah. Yes, good. He's coming out to watch the sunset as well then. Unless he's... Oh, looks like he's changed his mind. Well, anyway. It's been a nice experience so far, this wild camping thing. I think we're definitely gonna try it again, and might be slightly more adventurous the next time. Getting a bit further afield. Then maybe up the game on the cooking a bit as well. Well, let's see what we're gonna do. Probably today it was just me and Bernard. Next time it might be the whole family or just me on my own. Who knows? I don't think it's scared Bernard away quite yet. But nevertheless, it's time to go to bed soon. So I'm just gonna watch the sunset a bit longer. It's not a bad spot that we found. You can see the sun is just about to disappear now. For those of you who watched any of my other videos, you might recognize this tent. It's the 25-year-old tent. It cost next to nothing, and it's still working. But one other problem, it's fine to use for car camping, so you can just put everything in the car, but when you ride like this and you got to keep everything with you, this tent has no porch or vestibule or whatever you want to call it, and it's not very big to begin with, so we have to put the backpack and all that stuff inside the tent as well. It's going to be even smaller, but now the backpack is in the tent as well, and it should work. Bernard has found this spot already. time to crawl into the tent and take a last look at the view before going to bed. I woke up around 2 in the morning and discovered it was a beautiful starry night, and I took these photos. Good morning. The sun is about to rise behind the tent, and I'm not sure what time it is, but I stayed in the tent as long as possible, because it has been a bit chilly during the night, and so tried to keep warm in the tent. But now the temperature is getting better, but it has been, it hasn't been the best night, mostly because of the cold and that I didn't have a sleeping bag suitable for the conditions. My sleeping bag, I think it's supposed to be comfortable down to 5 degrees. So I'm not sure if that is true either, but it's definitely a bag for summer, because it's never been a problem when you're camping in summer when it's nice and warm. But today it was cold. But I got some coffee, so that will help. I think what we learned from this experience is that I definitely need a warmer sleeping bag. When the temperature is not going to get any warmer in the coming months. And going out in a tent in a sleeping bag that I've got it's just not going to work. But that's an experience. Now we're going to sit down and have my coffee, and I think we're going to make some breakfast. powder.
Ja, jag märker det.
Hvis det blir for mye, så får du bare... Er det for mye, så kan du ta det oppå der.
Oppå hvor?
Du kan bare For breakfast, it's oat porridge with raisins. And the rest of the butter from yesterday, and plenty of sugar to make it a bit sweet. It didn't taste too bad at all. Breakfast is finished. It was surprisingly good. Oat porridge is not always that fantastic, but I had plenty of raisins and butter and sugar, so it was quite a sweet treat in the morning. And the sun is up as well, and considering how cold it was during the night, it is quite nice now. The sun is actually warming. So I've taken off a couple of layers. The fleece is gone, the beanie and the scarf is gone. I think I could really only wear a t-shirt. It's quite nice. But for a first wild camp, it's gone reasonably well, with a few exceptions. Mainly that I didn't have the equipment for that very cold night. And it probably wasn't that terribly cold either, but it was below 10. And that is too cold for the sleeping bag that I've got, so it was a chilly night. The other thing that didn't actually work was lighting the bonfire, but that just needs practice. I think another thing we're gonna try next time is walk a bit further away, maybe a bit higher up. I would like to camp next to a lake again, because it's pretty, and it provides water for cooking and drinking. Next to lakes, but there are plenty of lakes in the mountains around here, so that should be no problem whatsoever. But I'm just gonna show you the spot that we're at the moment, because it's quite pretty here as well. It's quite a nice spot here. The weather is perfect at the moment, and blue skies, the trees reflecting in the lake. How pretty is this? That's gorgeous. But we're going to start packing up soon. I don't think we're going to do any more cooking. I'm going to put it away, see if I can fit everything into the backpack again. You see, the sun is already high above the tent. A nice spot. But let's get packing. While we are packing up, I just want to thank you for coming along on this first wild camp of ours. And of course, I'll be very happy if you would subscribe to the channel or press the like button or leave any comments. See you next time.